Hey there, my name is Coach Jimmy, and I just wanted to make a video. Something just hit me that I was like, Jimmy, pop on your camera, you're supposed to chit-chat right now. So I'm doing that. I don't know if you've ever had a hunch like that ever in your life. For those of you that followed me, my name is Jimmy Hayes Nelson. Most people just know me as Coach Jimmy. Some of you may know me from the Insanity DVDs, or maybe you saw me on QVC with Tony Horton, or maybe you just pop on my Facebook page and help share life and chit-chat with me. And if you're any of those, I just want to say thanks for your support. But I realize that a lot of people don't know the entirety of my story and kind of where I've come from. And I get that a lot when somebody looks at maybe my story. Let's take that for example of somebody that's lost 100 pounds. And it's like, wow, Jimmy, you've done all this. I could never do that. It doesn't seem obtainable. So I just wanted to back up a little bit and let you know exactly where this kid came from. So quickly, I grew up an overweight kid my entire life, guys. I was the fat kid. This is back before there was a huge childhood obesity trend where a lot of our kids today are overweight. I was the fat kid in class, right? And so that makes for a very isolating situation. I leaned on my humor a lot to be the funny kid in class, to kind of hide up the fact that I was always uncomfortable in my skin and my body. I hated PE class. Running that mile in the 4th grade, man, that was torture to me. Going up through high school, I played some sports, but even though I was playing sports, I was still the heavy kid. Busted my knee my freshman year of high school. Decided I was done with sports. Just continued to balloon up, getting bigger and bigger. Finding myself at about 250 pounds my sophomore year of college. Had wanted to grow up. I'd had dreams of being an animator for Disney or an actor or performer somehow, but always knowing that even though my parents were very supportive in what I wanted to do, that it was always, well, make sure you have that plan B, and we just can't afford to send you to school there. So my dreams always were very reserved. They were there, they were in my heart, but somewhere in reality, in the front of my brain, I knew that these things weren't going to happen, that I needed to find a regular, real job to lean back on, because these things that I dreamed about just weren't going to happen. And I don't know if you felt that way somewhere in your youth or growing up, that you really had something, a burning desire within you that you knew you had a talent and a gift for, but then reality, that reality voice sets in. So instead of going to the school that I wanted to go to, either for the art school or the acting schools that I wanted to go to, ended up living at home, going to a junior college, which is a great college, got some fantastic training. Went off, worked at Disney World for a little while, planned to go to school, and long story short, guys, I'm a 3-time college dropout because I just kept not having the money to go to school, and I really wasn't great in class, to be real honest with you. Anything outside of the theater world, anything outside of artistics, man, it was really hard for me to focus. Wasn't a great student. Found myself in my mid-20s leaving school because I had been, the last school that I'd been at in Florida, I literally was living on a mattress on the floor, eating off a box of minute rice my last semester. And I'm not exaggerating at all. That was even with a part-time job there on campus. And I mean, you talk about barely making ends meet. But I had this dream and something I wanted to do, but my parents were worried about me and encouraged me to come home. So I moved home, which was a very humbling experience. I love my parents. I'm so thankful that they opened their doors and allowed that time for me. But when you're overweight, you feel like you failed at your dreams, you have no real direction, you have no job. I had 2 maxed out credit cards by this point in my life as well. And, it's really frustrating. And maybe you're at a point in your life where you don't really know where you're going. You don't like who you are physically, you don't like who you are mentally, you don't like who you are professionally. I was all of those at the same time. Very little confidence. I knew that there was something better for me than what I was doing, but it just felt like everything I tried, I came up short, that it wasn't good enough, and it was really hard on myself. So I tell you all this, guys, to let you know that wherever you are right now, man, I understand. I get it. There's times that it just sucks, and it's so hard to see the potential that you have when you're in the middle of it. Maybe you've had those friends that are like in that relationship, a bad relationship, and everybody on the outside's like, why are you still with that person? This is an awful relationship. But the person in the middle of it doesn't always see it until the relationship's over, and they look back and they go, oh my gosh, why did that 2-year relationship last more than 3 months? That was an awful relationship. But it's hard to see the big picture when you're in the middle of it. And maybe you're in the middle of something really bad right now. Maybe it is, the physical body you're in, that you were just uncomfortable and you just hate what you look like every time you pass the mirror. I remember that. I remember I came out of at my heaviest, I came out of a bad relationship, and I remember coming out of the shower and catching that glimpse of myself and literally thinking to myself, I'm single, I'm fat, I have no direction, who's going to love this? And that's humbling, guys. That's really humbling. But all I wanted to do is just wanted to put something here today and say, I don't care where you are. It just takes a step to be on track. And thankfully, I had people in my life willing to help me get on track. And there were many times there were people willing to help me get on track that I said no to. I was going to figure it out on my own. I was going to do it myself, that I didn't need help. Or I wasn't willing to invest in myself, something that might have cost me some money or made me just change what normal was to me. Because change is scary, guys, and I get that. So I don't know what it is about your world right now that you want to change. All I know is when I plugged into the system and what I do right now, my team that I work with, the crew, that physically I'm a different animal. And it's not just about, oh, Jimmy lost weight and he looks good now. I'm telling you, like, I'm a different animal up here now, the way I think, what the world, what's possible for me. And I want that for you. If you're looking for something different, if you've looked up and you said, I've settled in life, this is not what I wanted. Maybe this isn't what I want for my family. Maybe I hate my job. Maybe I hate my career. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is in your world. But I know I'm here to help you. Because I've been on that side and I've been on this side, and it's so much nicer on this side. And if you need somebody to help you through this, I encourage you to reach out to me. Let me know what you're dissatisfied with in your life. And let's see if we can find a solution for you. My Facebook page is at the bottom of this video, or maybe you're watching this on my Facebook page. I encourage you to leave me a message. Let me know how I can help. So many people think they're in this thing alone, and you're not. You're not. I care so much about you and your dreams and your goals that you deserve to have. So I'm here for you. All right? Let's have a great day. Let me know how I can help. End this thing together. I'm Coach Jimmy, and we're signing out.